guys, it's your girl Antonia. We out here on Amped Up Live. As you can see, we have a beautiful guest here on my left, Miss Sherelle Renae,
Hey.
aka P Game.
Ooh, they bought it back. Yes.
What's
up,
up?
beautiful?
I'm so thankful that you came here to join
Really,
us.
I'm thankful that you even thought of me. I'm thankful to be here.
Yes.
I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Let's give Antonia her flowers real quick.
Thank you.
Right out the gate.
Thank you.
Give those flowers,
Thank you.
honey.
You're the
Yes.
best. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
But your brand is like taking off. Like, explain to me.
about it.
Let's talk about it. Sherelle Renae.
Talk about it, yes. So, yep, Sherelle Renae, like she said, formerly. I ain't even gonna say formally. I'm gonna say some people may have known me as P Game. I used to rap and stuff like that. But right now, Sherelle Renae, that's my first and middle name, and I mean, I'm just me. That's literally who I am. I have a couple of things going on right now. Some I really won't get too much into, but if you know me, you know, like my brand, I'm like a walking billboard for women.
I love that.
Like, that's how I view it. That's how I can sum it up. Like, I
that.
genuinely have a heart for women. I genuinely have a passion for empowering women and things like that. So that's really all of what my brand is. And of course, you know, representing Christ, being that girl in Christ.
Yes.
You know, while I do that. So that's really what the brand is. But I got some stuff popping
I love
out
that.
with
And I saw you just was recently probably baptized again or baptized.
Yep.
What made you do that?
Yeah, so I recently got baptized, and honestly, you know, I feel like once I started like really taking my walk with Christ seriously, and the more that I started to like really get to know God for myself, and really experience a relationship with him, I just got to the point where I was like, I've never been baptized. So for me, I thought that was a great way for me to say, okay, God, I'm at a place in my life where, yeah, now I feel like I need to do this. This is going to be a symbol of my yes to you. Yeah. So that was pretty much why I did it, for sure.
Did you face anything for you prior to get you closer to God or Christ? Like, what did you have to, you know, that's probably a little too soon.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Because some people, you know, I feel like when they experience that, they could have been, you know, religious prior to, but something made them lose faith for a second, and then it brought them back, and it kind of like made them, you know, realize something way more.
Yeah.
It really woke them up.
Yeah.
And I've been there, you know, I'm still going through it, you know, so it's like
a constant evolution of becoming. So for me, I've always, like, my foundation is Christ. I grew up in the church. My grandma was an ordained minister. My mom, she is a wise woman. I grew up around it. And, you know, when you grow up around, we all pretty much, for the most part, grew up Christian or in a Christian household or had some family members of that nature. So I grew up around it. But I want to say I really didn't start getting my own true relationship with God until maybe like, and I'm talking about really for me to understand it, until maybe around 18 years old, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And y'all know how it is. You been in a relationship, you think you in love,
right?
All that stuff. So at the time, it was just like I had my little heart broken, and I was just like in search of something,
right?
And that something had to be God, because he just like filled me up with all this love. And even though I've known it all my life, I never really knew it the way that I knew it. And even at that time, I still didn't know it, but I knew enough to be like, all right, let's see what this is about. But I ain't do right, y'all. Even after that, I still ain't do right. But I just feel like what's in you, eventually it comes out. Right. It don't matter how far you stray, it's gonna come out. So that's pretty much like what happened.
I hear that. So how can you, you know, being into this world, like, you know, not in a worldly aspect, but more of like, I'm not going to say heavy religious, but, you know, spirituality, how can you feel that can connect better when it comes to women? Ooh. You know?
Oh, yeah. So how I look at it is like, we all, even men, right? We have some sense of brokenness to us. We all have a sense of just a need. Rather we know it or not, rather we admit it or not, rather we confront it or not, we all have a sense of something.
Right.
And I think I think that when it comes to certain things in our lives, I mean, like you asked me, did something happen? What happened? I think we all get to that crossroad where something just something just wakes you up and you just like, listen, I don't want to live this way no more. I don't want to do that. And you eventually just give it to God. All right, so connecting it to women. Again, we all have a sense of brokenness to us. And I just feel like when it comes to women especially, we are like nurturers. We carry so much. I mean, even if it's towards each other, right. Especially, that's like a really big thing for us women. I don't know what it is, but I feel like a lot of us are broken. A lot of us are, you know, some of us didn't grow up with our fathers in the household. Right. Some of us didn't grow up with our fathers at all.
Right.
Some of us didn't grow up with our parents, our mothers, whatever that is. And so for me, my connection with women and how I feel as though God is like connecting the two is that it's that passion that I have. I just have it. It's like I'm a girl's girl. I cannot help it. Mm-hmm. And I just genuinely love women.
I love that.
I really do. Mm-hmm. And so my love for God, my love for women, I truly believe he just placed that in me. And if I'm honest, not to sound cocky, but like I noticed that I have like this influence, right? Mm-hmm. But let me correct that, because my sister told me, actually, she was like, it's not influence, it's an impact, because there's a difference, because you can influence anybody, but when you're impactful, that stays with people forever.
Yes.
And so like I look back at, you know, all the women that I've ever come in contact with, or rather strangers, whatever, whether I have a relationship with them or not, like I look at that and I'm like, wow, people, they really reach out sometimes and just be like, yo, that changed my life, that helped me, that really encouraged me. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love. And it's just like the glory just go back to God at the end of the day for that. It ain't me, it's him. So
yes. And I feel like that also coincides with mental health, you know, the awareness of it, because some people, they lose faith.
Yeah.
They sometimes don't have faith, and they are just like lost and not understanding like what they're seeking, how to fill in that void by just going to God.
Yeah.
So, but how do you feel about that when it comes to
mental health? And that I think that it's a very mental health. Let me just say this. I had an aunt, God rest her soul. My aunt, my mom's twin, she was diagnosed schizophrenic since she was 22 at the time. Yeah. She's passed away at this point, but you know, just having to deal with that within our family, mental health and stuff like that, I'm so used to it. I'm used to different behaviors. But it's that silent battle that people go through that they don't talk about. It's that silent, you know, warfare that people don't discuss and that they don't talk about. And a lot of it, honestly, you know, it goes back to, see, how I like to think about it is this world that we live in, like, honestly, it's not even real.
Right.
I feel like the spirit world is so much more real than this world.
Right.
And it's warfare. The Bible tells us about the warfare. You know, it's we fighting against principalities and high places. Like this is what we're fighting. This is what we up against.
And it's getting stronger.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But that's why I feel like we got to just stay prayed up, honestly. And it's so easy to say, because people don't be talking. Black folks, a lot of times we don't believe in therapy. We don't believe in telling people our business. But I just feel like it's to a point where we got to start like talking, and mainly really just staying prayerful, because it's all just spiritual.
Definitely.
I think it's spiritual.
For sure. I definitely want to say, you know, rest in peace to Pablo Martinez, our co-host.
And I'm so sorry about that.
That's just, it took us a little bit, you know, to get back in the groove of things, but like, you know, you don't really know until, unfortunately, when it's last minute. And attorney Daniel Martinez, he's another one.
Oh, yeah. So, I see.
And then there was a bunch of, you know, on the course of within like the 30 days, just back to back, but, you know.
Yeah.
If you guys ever need us, we're here. We're here to talk to you, you know.
Yes, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was so sad. And, you know, even with that, like, wow, I saw that. I'm sure y'all were definitely directly affected.
Devastated.
Oh, God, I know that. And That's what I'm saying. It's like y'all had no clue. You had no clue. People, we put on these brave faces, and people we be in, and I like to say we us our, because I'm not exempt from anything. So like we put on these brave faces, we get in front of these cameras, we get on social media, and we like to put on our best foot forward. But we are going through it. it be a lot going on, but you know, again, that's why it's important. Check on your people. Check on your strong friends. Check on the people that look like they got it all together, because it ain't always that.
For sure.
It's not always that. For sure.
So, you know, I know you were talking about women coming together and your love for women and, you know, just to support. How do you feel about women when it's, you know, there's moments where they're clashing, not coming together, when there is the industry, you know, pinning them apart, or...
We see a lot of that.
Yeah, or even like I've seen other type of levels of industries where people are, as you could be an attorney, you could be a real estate agent, you know, just all these little like blindsided, you know, attacks, when we could really come together and make it more of an impactful.
Oh God, we can.
Anything.
Hate that. So I think at a point in my life as well, right? Because I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I've always had a love for women, and that has never changed no matter what stage in my life I was at, right? But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I didn't have my fair share of, never was a hater, never anything like that, but always, you know, just not so quick. I was always very friendly. And growing up, girls used to just want to bully me. They used to want to bully me. I don't know why. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, what's going on? And so, but as I got older, and to answer your question, as I got older, what I'm understanding is, because even with me having to check myself throughout my life, I think a lot of the clashing, a lot of the attitude, a lot of that unspoken, whatever that is amongst women, I feel like a lot of that is just rooted in insecurity.
Yeah, it's a personal. Yeah. And how they're raised, possibly.
Yes.
The household, you never know. Even their parents. But totally.
Yeah. It's some level of, again, brokenness. It's some level of insecurity. It's some level of ego, pride. You know how many women, you know how much we can do if we came together, like how we're sitting here, we're having this conversation, how we came together and how we can come together and do so much other things. But if I had the attitude, or if you had the attitude of, well, I ain't trying to help her, because see, that's the thing, we don't like to help each other.
Right.
That's a big thing with women.
Sad.
Because everybody want to be the one.
Right.
Everybody want to be the one that's on top, whatever that means.
Right.
Everybody want to be the one that's like up here, and it's like,
no,
why?
There's too many people in the world that we can all be up there.
That's the thing.
Like, even if we do the same type of field or event, literally, we can supply this to the whole county, and we could still make it. But
that's the whole thing. It's competition. Everybody want to be the one. Yeah. It's almost like, no, you under me, or I did it first, or what is that? Right. I don't know.
It's
I don't understand. But
it is what it is. But I do, you know, want to mention that we do have basically an organization. It's a nonprofit, fiscally sponsored by Amped Up for All. It's called Connector, which is connecting women to success. You came last year, but it was through Amped Up Queens, and it's really just bringing vendors and women together during like Mother's Day time. But we're gonna do it more, maybe like once a quarter, just you know, just to network and bring women together, have motivational speakers, have you know, just, you know, and I would, of course, you're gonna be involved, because
you better tell me what I'm gonna do.
Yes,
please, love it.
Please. But no, you know, it's just that's what we need, and I feel like that'll also give women confidence.
Yes.
To be like, you know what, maybe I should love myself more because this person can do it, or that person, and unfortunately it may take that, but do it. You gotta start somewhere.
And you know what? I think a lot of times, a lot of us women, we just be projecting.
Yeah.
We project a lot. Totally. Whatever trauma. It is. Man. And trauma and drama and just, you know, we project unknowingly, and knowingly sometimes, but most times unknowingly. And, like if somebody have a sense of confidence and that's something that you lack, and they walk in a room, you may start feeling like, oh, I don't think I like her. Why? Because you're lacking something that you see the confidence she's wearing. You want it, but you feel some type of way because you see it on somebody. That's the stuff that goes on with us women. So it's just crazy.
Yeah,
but
we'll do better. I have hope.
Yeah. I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. And that's why the things that I'm working on now, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, which I will at some point be able to really speak more on. But that's why I'm building certain things right now. That's why I'm putting together certain things right now for women, because I understand that way of thinking. I know that way of thinking.
Right,
I might have been that girl,
right.
you know, and then I know other people, you know, so, and we're constantly becoming and evolving. So for me, it's like, I feel like I know what I needed at a space in my life.
Yeah.
So I want to offer that to other women.
And that's why we need more people like you around. And we will. We just gotta stick with it and keep it going.
Yes,
and I definitely support you. This is
absolutely
always going to be home base for you.
Always
so
a boomerang effect.
Thank you. Are you in the rap scene still?
So I'm not.
Okay. Probably because there's a lot of drama in the world.
Yeah, it is. It is. I personally myself am not, but don't ever get it twisted. If at any time.
So you were really well at writing, right? Are you?
Oh yeah. Like I was really out here, like, you know, opening up for different celebrities. I've been doing that. First of all, I've been rapping since I was about 9 years old.
Dang.
Like for real. Like
Brevard
really
is your home?
Stuff.
Is that you're born and raised?
Yep, born
That's
and raised
what's
here.
up.
Yep.
So you've been around the goats.
Oh,
you've seen Brevard grow and glow from the music industry.
Oh yeah.
I love that. So what made you not continue to do that?
Well, it's one of those things where it's like this. I think once I had my daughter, my oldest daughter, I think just a lot changed for me. And maybe even before her, I think, see, rapping is something that I can do like that. It comes very easy, humbly. It comes very easy for me. But I think that, you know how like you have a gift, or you could do something easy, but you don't really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And like we kind of take advantage, like we take it for granted.
Damn.
And I think
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I think that's like a part of it.
And I get that.
Yeah.
But I can see you really going hard with like spoken word or like poetry with that.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
you're passionate with speaking, with getting your ideas out there, connecting to people.
Yeah.
And that's an art itself.
Listen, writing, that's my thing. Like I'm very, and I'm saying this so humbly, I'm very good at my words, like putting words together when it comes to like pen and paper or whatnot. So it's like, I can do that. I definitely can do that.
I believe you. I see it.
Yeah, I can do that. But I mean, you know, it's been a while since I rapped. And
it's all good. We got enough beef going on in the world, you know, about Cardi.
God, I'm over it.
Cardi beefing with Megan, and then Nicki and Megan, and then Cardi and Nicki, and then who else?
All that. I mean, Cardi and Bia.
Yes.
You had Carisha and JT for a second.
And that's sad.
It's very sad.
It's really sad.
But it goes back to what we were saying. Everybody want to be the GOAT. Everybody want to be the one. And it's that some people are just mean girls. Some people just, you know, and Nicki a Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius too. I understand Nicki. But sometimes I don't understand Nicki because I'm like, girl, what's up?
Yeah.
Love her, you know.
And she too could be battling her own issues, you know.
Yeah.
And then getting the disrespect that she probably got from leading up to where she is, and then getting, you know,
but we gotta respect our time. Like, Nicki, you had your time. And that's not saying that your time still isn't now, but it's like, you know, if you know you the GOAT, if you know you the queen, it ain't too much you got to do. It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And I say that because when it comes to Brevard, and when it comes to some of this stuff, I'm just saying, you know, it ain't much I got to say. They know. They know when it comes to rapping, if ever I wanted to.
Period.
You know, but so I just feel like, but when you know, and it's, you ain't got to do all that.
Exactly.
You ain't got to do all that.
You already know. But yeah, I really am so thankful you are on here.
Yes, I'm excited about this. I love this, and I love what you're doing. And I feel like all of this, you are in your element, just to see how you move and how you like work.
Thank you.
I've seen some of the other interviews that you did, and even like the events that you put together. And again, thank you for inviting me. And and allowing me to speak at the Women Empowerment.
Yes.
What was that, last year?
That was last Mother's Day. Yeah,
yes. So thank you. So stuff like that, I love that, and it shows me that you're all about women too.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Sure,
so I love that. I'm proud of you for that.
This is always gonna be home based. I definitely we're gonna have you back on the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you guys are all gonna see her face as a regular. So just remember. But yeah, so how can people find you on social media if they want to contact you? You
can hit me up on Instagram, Born Pretty with 3 Y's. You can hit me up on Facebook, Sherelle Renae, TikTok, Sherelle.Renae.
Yes.
Twitter, Born Pretty, again, with 3 Y's. Yes. And that's all the platforms I be on for the most part.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you guys for all tuning in. Once again, we'll be back here, weekly uploads. Tap in, subscribe, share. Yes. Make sure you guys show love to Miss Born Pretty here, Sherelle Renae. You already know, Pete Game in the flesh. Hey, Miss Superhero for the women.
Come on now,
tell her. But we need that. We need that here.
Yeah,
you know?
I love it. We got a tag team.
We got this.
Some stuff we gonna work.
Oh yeah, we got some things cooking up. You already gave me a little idea, so you know what I'm saying. We're gonna be doing bigger things and doing, you know. So yeah, and I definitely you inspire me. You know, we didn't get to talk about your, you know, what you have plans and going on, but you guys. Big things coming from her. Not a little hair. Big things coming from her.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, yes. You guys have a great one. Later.